hustling. Still focused, slow motion. And that's the type of time that we own.
Whatever you want to do, however you want to
line it up.
However you want to do it.
Straight up,
We
it's
talking
a
big T, because I know y'all gonna talk back. Let's go.
It's that part.
On the
That part.
Man, y'all, so for those of y'all who don't know Full Spin, you know, we got DJ, obviously, artist, label manager. Man, what else? What am I missing? You know, father, pillar in the community, the music community, man.
Very hard. Yeah, that's very deep.
Big bro, mentor, you gonna see it all over Facebook. Everybody show him love because he show love. It's a certain respect and integrity to this guy.
Yeah, it's posture.
Yes.
Posture.
Facts.
So is there anything I'm leaving out that you got your hands in? Because I just found out today, you know, about the B-ball situation. So I'm just like, what else I don't know?
That was in my kills.
Okay, my bad. I'm saying
No bullshit. That was in my kills.
You tap in. You know what we do.
No bullshit. 'Cause we know. I had deemed him in my cues of being Mr. Big Shot.
Okay.
Mr. Take the Big Shot.
What?
Yeah, I went there.
You line me up.
I went there.
You did it.
Facts.
If y'all don't know, this my brother as well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Salud.
he can't. This my dog. Like, it go. Yeah. It's and my sister to the left as well. It's way deeper than what y'all can imagine. So you know what I'm saying? Our conversation is more intricate. It's different, but it's natural.
Oh yeah.
Straight up.
So
And I say Mr. Take the Big Shot, not only in like the music aspect or the industry aspect, but get on your ass on that court. Yeah, I've been saying to do that. Stories.
I've been saying to do that. I've heard
several stories.
I definitely been saying to do it.
Yeah, and I would definitely recommend that y'all guard, yo. You gotta get your defense together. Get your defense together.
You know what happens? I'm gonna tell you what happens. It happens all the time, bro. Basketball come up, and I've earned the right from doing the things I've done to say what I say, right? Because I back it up, right? So the difference is, when I'm talking to people, I'm not just capping and saying it for you to I don't be doing all that. I be telling you what's gonna happen before it happens. And everybody be trying to, boy, you gotta show, all right, well, this you will find out on your own. And everybody that get out there, I've heard, listen, I've been at shoot-arounds and people that have been like, bro, your shot too slow, I'll block that. So what I do, I get in the tournament and let you find out. And then when you find out it ain't that slow, then they be like, no, dude is really one of the top shooters in the league. Okay, so I thought my chop was slow. It ain't as slow then. Yeah, it's different. It's different.
Until you
it's
get
very
different.
different. It's very different. It's very different. I went in the games in 3 minutes and had 30 points. I went in the games at halftime and lined up 30 out the half. And I'm the only, listen, bro, the game plan from the jump is guard him. He the only person we got to guard. As long as he not hitting, we good. But if he get going, it's a problem.
That's that ass.
Listen, quick story. We go in, and there's people that can verify it. We go in that half. There's people that know me. They beating us. We have an off game. Cool. All right. Halftime come. All I hear is a whisper. People going, oh, yeah, we got him. They out there. We finna blow him out. So you know the competitor in me. You know the competitor in me, right? I'm like, what? Okay, so it's that. Okay, so they think it's... So while my team is huddling for half, trying to figure out the game plan, I go over to the water bucket to get some water. It's like, yo, no, y'all got it. I know what I'm doing in the half. Y'all got it. They like, no. So when I get back over, they like, hey, just get him the ball, bro. They know it's coming, but what else we gonna do? He our only hope of getting back in the game, bro. everybody in the stands yelling the same thing. Y'all better get a ball to dude, because he ain't gon' y'all ain't gonna win without dude touching the ball.
Hence, Mister, take the big shot.
They tell they big men, y'all got him the rest of the game. Just put a hand in his face. 10 shots in a row of that same defense. Nothing but bottom. In 4 minutes, they watch their lead become our lead, and now they looking crazy. Now they going back to the side like, well, I told y'all not to let dude get going, bro. What can you do, though?
Take it.
We ended up losing by a couple points, but here's the thing: after the game, they all looked at me and went. They all looked at me and went. They all looked at me, and I was laughing. They all looked at me. I said, "Yep, now y'all know better. Don't talk to somebody else. Don't talk during the game and let me hear you talking, because that's what's gonna happen to you. You wouldn't piss Kevin Durant off, would you? Come on, man. You wouldn't do that. Y'all know what I do. Like, I don't know why y'all act like I wouldn't do that to y'all. Come on, man."
That's
So
right.
yeah.
So you got a tournament, you say, coming up this
Yep,
weekend, right?
Saturday, Sunday.
Okay, and that's gonna
Saturday,
be where?
Sunday. That's down there, down at the Pfizer Forum outside.
Okay, yeah, so y'all might want to check that out.
We represent.
It's outside, yeah. A whole block full of courts. We gonna be down there getting it in.
Y'all check that
So
out.
I'm planning the pro-am. We gonna be down there getting it in. You know
What
I'm saying?
time is that starting?
I gotta get the times. I'll post them up once I get the schedule.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cause they got the games online too, so I'm gonna post all them games up.
Okay.
We guaranteed 3 games a day. I think it's more on the last day if we, depending on how the winning go.
Okay.
That part.
It might be some people listening that might be in the tournament too, low key.
Man,
You know what I'm saying? They might be down there too. So, that's I look forward to seeing them.
yeah.
As a competitor.
I'm pulling up.
Yeah. I don't know. Listen, I don't
You
know.
I'm known for that. I'm pulling up.
We both, that's what we do. You know what? I ain't doing. You know what? Let me go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I ain't got nothing in this time slot. Let me. Pull on up. Surprise me.
I wanted to address, like, not who not everyone, but everyone know who DJ FULLSPIN is. But I wanted to touch base on who was the younger FULLSPIN, like James Brooks. Who is James Brooks, aka FULLSPIN? Who's that? Who are you? For those that don't know.
I am a person that I come from humble beginnings. Struggle. Now I'm not the kind of person, because there's always somebody struggling worse than you. So I'm not gonna diminish their struggle from mine, if that makes sense.
No,
Because they obviously, struggle harder than me, so I wouldn't know what that feels like, but I know what my struggle feels like.
Right.
So the things that I wanted to have, I didn't have it as much as the next person. You know what I'm saying? And I was the kid. I was like what I was. It was one of them things, you go to school, this kid got that, and you ain't got it. They laughing at you. I was that kid. But that type of stuff just motivated me. You know what I'm saying? Once I started to understand it, and my parents, the parents talk to you about it, help you understand it, where it's coming from, type of kids that they are, this and that.
Right.
You navigate it, and you figure out how to win outside of that. So all I used to do,
a winner.
yeah.
That was the younger James Brooks.
Yeah.
Winner in the making.
Basketball. I was
Winner.
listen that and
We just touch base on that. Okay.
the thing is though.
Those type of things build character, though.
It does.
Right.
Right.
It does.
Right.
You know,
And it
if
did.
everything easy and come to you easy and all that, you know what I'm saying?
And it did, sis. It did. It definitely did. But that's the thing though. I was into music as a music fan. Everybody got headphones on when they playing basketball, doing sports work, whatever they doing. I wasn't musical until I was 11.
Mm.
So
That's still young.
I was a
That's
I
still
was
young.
I was a hooper. Like that was the dream. I was the kid literally walking around with my basketball under my hand, sleep with it in the bed. You wouldn't catch me without no basketball. It was that. Like I was in the store with my basketball, in the grocery store with I was one of them kids. You know what I'm saying? Like I always had to be at a basketball court shooting around. You know what I'm saying? So that was me. And then my cousin, shout out to my big cousin Leonard, big OG in the game.
See, that was a purpose.
He
that was
one
a
of
purpose
those
for that question, origin story.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
He one of those big EPMD, Busta Rhymes, Tribe Called Quest, if you know that era, Gangstar. You know what I'm saying? Some of these rap groups that these young cats would know nothing about right now.
Right.
He was
Redhead
into those.
Kingpin.
He was into a lot of that. Yeah, Alcoholics. He was into a lot of that. So he was teaching me music. You know what I'm saying? He was teaching me versus what the other stuff was. Like that's cool. That music cool. I listen to that too. But this the origin. They don't even know where that came from. It came from this. You know what I'm saying? So he was teaching me that. Because he could see, because I was around him all the time, he could see I was getting into music. So his whole thing was, okay, since he get into music, let me give him a little bit of the game if that's what he gonna do. So that's what he used to just break down to me. Like, you see this bar, da-da-da, this is me. So that got me intrigued. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So because without cultivating that theory or that dream or the aspiration, we may have had a different.
This is true. This is very true.
You get what I mean?
That's the truth, though. That's the truth.
You know what I mean?
That
So
path
shout
could have
out
been
to you,
different.
bro.
It definitely could have been different.
Okay.
I say this all the time.
And it's benefited me in multiple ways.
Right,
So
facts.
you know what I'm saying?
That's
You know what I
dope.
mean?
That's
Throughout
dope.
life, we have no
That's dope.
mentors. You know
That's
what I'm
dope.
saying? What's the saying? You know what I'm saying? When the teacher or when the student is ready, the teacher appears or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, the
That's dope.
mentors mean a lot
That's dope.
through life, straight up.
And here's what's crazy, y'all.
Yeah.
Here's what's
The
crazy
journey.
about it. You'll see all these people say mentor, and I know all of the stories, right? And where it originated from, all of that, right? But this gonna sound crazy, but cliche enough, I'm humbled to I just did it because that's who I am. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't
It's
no
what's true to you.
Which was the
Authenticity.
That's it.
Right. Which was the purpose for who is James Brooks, excuse me. Who was James Brooks in Full Spin too? Because
my mama could almost name me Robert. It's some stories on my name, so ain't no telling.
That's crazy.
Ain't no
that
telling.
you
No,
came up with that. Everything
because
for a reason.
my mama almost named me. Listen,
did I see cap you?
no,
You look like a Robert.
listen. My mama almost named me Hezekiah Isaiah,
Okay.
Yeah.
right? Because she's a
I
big
rock with
biblical
that.
person.
I rock with that too.
But at the time when I was younger, my mom and dad was on alcohol and drugs, right? So
the life.
So my dad, drunk, doing dad things, came in there and was like, no, you not. That ain't, you know what I mean? So that's how name him after me. He gonna be a junior.
That's my boy.
So that's what that came from.
Are you the oldest?
I was about to say, were
No.
you the first? No.
Huh?
My oldest sister lives in Atlanta.
Were you the oldest boy
The oldest
to be the
boy.
junior?
There's a story behind that too.
Okay.
I ain't got. Do we have?
We got time.
If you're here to know Full Spin, then you know listen.
Yeah.
I'm not the oldest. I'm probably the youngest out of the siblings.
Of boys.
Out of all of them.
Oh.
Yeah.
Whoa. Is that why we kind of like jam? Cause I'm the baby too. I'm the baby like a motherfucker.
I'm the baby.
Oh yeah.
I'm the baby.
Hey.
I'm
Yeah,
the
I'm
oldest
the
out of
baby.
all of them. Mama side, daddy
You the
side.
big dog. You the,
Yeah. I'm the alpha, as my
Look,
pops would say.
If no one knows DZ, she gives off big dog.
Yes, I'm telling you for real. Don't let the beautifulness fool you. It'll be. Listen, it's up on that.
Yeah.
That
Facts.
That as well it should be.
I appreciate y'all.
As
man.
well it
She
should
earned
be.
that. She
That
earned
part.
that.
That part.
It ain't been easy.
But you heard me?
God damn it.
That part.
So I appreciate that more than y'all know. Thank you.
And I second that. It has definitely not been easy. And I'm so broken third on that. It has not been easy.
Yes.
And we don't listen, we ain't the type of people that we teddy bears. We give you the shirt off our back.
You know what I'm saying?
But
right. That exterior hard.
But do not not allow that to be like, oh yeah, he could push. No, it ain't that.
Exactly.
Just take it for what it is. Don't.
How did you get the name Full Spin? Like, what did that? And or is it okay? So we know you as DJ Full Spin, but then there's a DJ Full Spin entertainment or music group attached to it. Now we'll divulge
Let me.
that
I'm gonna make sure I
But
because
who
you'll
is-
have people typing that up and they'll be all over the place.
Okay.
There's a, and I get this question all the time.
Okay.
There is a full spin, which is the origin of everything else around it, right? So there's a full spin
Damn, that was a bar.
that turned into
Nobody caught that. I caught it.
there's a full spin. There's a full spin entertainment from Full Spin. Nothing after or before the other came before Full Spin. Full Spin was the first of its kind. So everything else I came up with later on down the line on what I think it should be or shouldn't be and tied it in business-wise and figured out how to tie it in business-wise, right? So Full Spin Entertainment came from Full Spin. So my decision was, do I want to just do Full Spin Entertainment or I want to just call it something else, right? So my whole decision was, I really want to keep everything as simple as I can get it, right, for the fan base, right? And then everything else will take care of itself. So I just created Full Spin Entertainment, had my lawyers do everything they had to do for that, worldwide, not just, that's Japan, that's everywhere, because I don't think people really understand. If you just do it locally, somebody in Japan can steal your name. If it's not global, if they trademark it global, that tops your state status. So that supersedes your state status. Even though if you had that business 9-10 years, if you get a business in Tennessee that pays the top dollar,
Life hack.
more than you paid to begin with, they just, in essence, bought you out without having to talk to you. That's free game for anybody that don't know.
Free game.
So
But you got to pay for it for us.
You gotta-
gotta
so
subscribe.
the saying
You
pay
gotta
to play?
subscribe, boy.
the saying pay to play,
Gotta get that insurance.
the saying pay to play is real.
Yeah.
If you want to do that, that's what you got to do. That's with clothing, that's with a label, that's with a hat, that's with a
Podcast.
whatever brand
Whatever
you
you
want to
put out.
create, art, whatever you doing, you have to pay to play. You can't just assume that your name not gonna get taken.
Right.
People
Off
play
the
with
LLC.
names all the time.
Yeah, off
It
the
could be
LLC.
your name they playing with and just how they figure. It happened to
Right.
people that I know of. That's big business people. Nike tried to take, and I won't say no names even though I know his business out there. He ain't gonna care, that's my dude. But Nike tried to take one of my guys' ideas that's a big name in the game. Right? He gave them the idea. He has all the paperwork for it because he copyrighted and trademarked it before he gave it to him. So he copyrighted, trademarked, and took it to him and said, hey, here's an idea. Because if Hayden took it, he was going to do it anyway. So he did it, took it to him, like, hey, I got an idea, da da da. I give it to y'all, da da da. They shot him down. But all along, I'm working with y'all anyway, so all right, whatever. So he kept working. Years later, I look up on the TV, it hit me I'm like, why do that look familiar though? Like that campaign, like that looked familiar. Like I'm sitting there with my dad, I'm like, that looked familiar, Pop. He like, what you mean? I'm like, I seen that before. And he like, well, you feel what? Nike? I said, I'm telling you, I seen it before. A few weeks later, I see a post on the Facebook, my guy posting all the paperwork, all his receipts, all this. I said, I told you, I seen it before. I said, that's his campaign. He did that years ago. He said, but I said, and he trademarked it. My dad said, did he? I said, yup. He got all the papers for it. I said, I just seen him posted on Facebook. I said, he's finna sue them. And he's sure enough suing them. And he's going to win. So this is what I'm telling you. As long as your paperwork in line, it don't matter how big the company is, it's a wrap. As long as you got all your receipts, you good. So that doubles back on what I was saying as far as it was FULLSPIN, then there's FULLSPIN Entertainment. Then there was the Dynasty Family Corporation, which is the corporation part of it. Because I have like 6 labels under me. Yeah.
Okay. Talk big teeth.
network.
We talk that.
6
That
labels.
part.
Yeah.
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 A network.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So in essence, I have a total of probably.
But no. I'm talking about. Listen, no, hold on. We gotta brush it down.
What?
We went
Hey,
there.
that
Talk
was
big
knowledge
teeth
right
with me.
there.
And
That was
I'm
knowledge.
glad we went there.
Yeah.
Come on, talk big teeth with me.
I'm saying, how did you get that name FULLSPIN?
How? Okay, we'll go back. Okay.
Yeah, let's go back.
The origin. Okay. Deciding on a name.
It's
And
gotta
it
be
hit
deep.
me.
It's gotta be deep.
It hit me, right? Based on where I was in my life. And the things I chose to do.
That's what I thought. I think that's what
Once I got to that pinpoint in MapQuest, it was a FULLSPIN.
brought you right to this
Right back to where I was supposed to be at.
FULLSPIN.
Did a
Wow.
360 real quick.
Boom.
FULLSPIN.
That's what kind of like the explanation I anticipated. Why? Because I know of you as an artist,
Talk about it.
as an entrepreneur, as a mentor, as a family man, as a person,
Right.
I would say. And that alone, it was like, it had to be some things that you were going through or dealing with that made you either, or it may have been childhood influences or et cetera, that was like, oh, that's full. Or that's, you know what I'm saying? That's FULLSPIN. You know what I'm saying? It could have been that, or it could have been, the mind of the man, for me, maybe, you know what I'm saying, direct is like, no, well, if he's doing per se thing, or he's engaging in certain activities, that's why I chose the name FULLSPIN or DJ FULLSPIN,
Right.
and ladder FULLSPIN.
And that's the same thing with DJ FULLSPIN. I had that.
You know
I'm like,
what
I'm not even gonna make it difficult for myself. I'm just gonna add DJ on the front of it.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, because that's what. So what I'm trying to pinpoint is, and you stated it. What was it that you were going through, or dealing with, or not going through, that you know what I'm saying, that full circle aspect of the FULLSPIN? What was it? What was that?
You go back. Remember, I told you in the conversation there was some drug things in my life
Okay.
with the family. So, those things were going on, and we were dealing with those things,
which we all
Which-
encounter.
which
Right.
which in turn has an effect on the child, right? We won't say it, but it does.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, we know it very, very well.
And
we
it-
know.
Yeah.
Very
and
well.
so at that point, once I decided, you know what, I'm gonna pursue
The latter.
and add in the fact that I said my first love was
Basketball.
paying attention. First love is basketball. So what is he doing music,
Yeah.
right?
That's a full spin.
Damn it, life, it'll pass you by. See, I told y'all I was a little, you know what I mean, a little on the spectrum. Okay?
That part.
Deezy know this.
That part.
Right, for sure.
She like to deny it. But she know, Deezy know that, almost, he's like, you're a little on the spectrum, y'all.
She definitely,
bear with
she
it.
do me like that too,
Hey,
though.
man, listen.
Yeah, that's big bro
Big
stuff,
sis.
though. Yeah, that's my dog, though. She got that in the bag. I can't do nothing with that. She got that trump card on me. I can't. I just be looking at her like, dang, you got me again. Right, you got me. You got me. Yeah, you got me. That's
What
my
you got,
dog
Deezy?
over there.
Man, all these things build character. You know what I'm saying? And it's important to have that grind, that grit. You know, that backstory.
Yeah,
That's
it
what
is.
people relates to.
Facts.
You know, and so I guess I'm curious to just what even. I know you said you had. You said your uncle or cousin. Was it you mentioned that brought you
to the music.
that brought you into
Yeah.
the music?
Yeah, my
so,
cousin.
what kept that inspiration alive? What made you pursue that full on DJing? I mean, you
Full
because
on,
we know,
yeah.
full on, full spin. Hey, because I mean, listen, you doing your thing. You out there, you well known. You know what I'm saying? You working with
Respected.
the people. I just want to know what's the inspiration and motivation behind it. What drives you as far as DJing goes?
What's crazy
Oh,
is,
as far as DJing, she didn't even tap in this thing. This is a several part question.
yeah, music is, you can't get away from it.
Elaborate.
Well, basketball and what goes together?
Okay. You gotta tee up.
Any sport and what
Practice.
goes together? What they doing? Weightlifting. What you doing? You got your headphones on. What you doing? It's nothing else. Ain't no.
It's universal.
It's
Right.
you can't get away from it.
Yeah.
So it's that old adage of, well, if you can't beat it, join it. And I'm kind of curious. So let me. Might as well.
Right
What can I lose? Like I can only come back to what I love anyway. So let me try.
What was mom and pop listening to back in the day?
Oh man. Oh man.
Right?
Man, Commodores,
Right.
Hail
Right.
Melvin, the Blue Notes, OJ's,
Millie Jackson.
Jazz, Patti LaBelle,
Gotta be
Anita
some Johnny
Baker,
Taylor. Tell me some
listen,
Johnny Taylor out
Shirley.
there.
Earth, Wind, Fire.
Shirley, what?
Listen, they was getting it cracking. You hear me?
Ohio Players.
Doing the bird. Listen, oh yeah,
Prince
it go.
and shit like that.
Johnny Taylor, tell
They
me Johnny Taylor.
was Sam. They was
Sam
yeah.
Cooke.
It was
Yeah,
yeah.
that's that rare
It was
mercy.
it was yeah.
It was lit like
Yeah.
All the fields.
I used to come in, my dad had his headphones on, just listen to music. And here it go. Sit down, boy. I'm finna sit down. Okay.
No,
All right.
play.
All right. You got me. I ain't here, put this on. And you listening, you like, what? What is this? Yeah. You don't know what that is, do you? Who was this? That's jazz, boy. That's what I listen to on the way to work every day. You don't even know who that is. Look that name up in your phone, listen to it.
Miles
Pops,
Davis.
listen, bro.
Several artists. Oh,
Listen,
no,
several.
Hold on. Only thing that came to mind for me was Miles.
Several.
Miles.
Some we ain't even heard.
Right.
Just introducing me to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like some, I'm looking like the only person I heard of that do jazz is this person. I listen to them too, but they jazz too. Same thing. Tune in. And then he gave me Harold Melvin Blue Note tapes and OJ's and the first thing he told me is, see that right there, what you listening to? I bet you they came from that. They couldn't get that without that. Gotta know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
That's when I started going back and I listened to everything in a loop now. Where it came from, the origin of it, how did, you know what I mean? So it was just music on top of music. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's how I started learning, just on top of my big cousin teaching me different stuff and just different people giving me games, sitting down in studio with engineers giving you game and You know what I'm saying?
Right,
You just
right.
you're
Working
soaking
out.
it in.
Learn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then when you a
soaking it in.
sponge like
Yeah.
me, it just stick.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. So when you sit down to put your hands on it to do stuff, you start recalling stuff like, yeah, he said, okay. He said, okay, I'm gonna do that. Then okay, because I remember he told me, okay, if I do that, and it just, you know what I'm saying? It
So
just
now
runs.
you mixing stuff and
Yeah.
creating your own from those original.
Listen, I was horrible as a DJ when I first started. I was just making a lot of noise. I was making a lot of noise. That's all that was. But as I grew into the music, and you start actually paying attention to DJing
Yeah.
and the intricacies of it, and the technique of it,
I'm about to say developing
and the
them techniques.
foundation of it,
Yeah.
people just think you get on the turns and no, it ain't that easy.
Right.
It ain't.
It's more to it
It
than what
ain't.
they
I
say.
mean,
Everybody-
it is. I mean, it's like that now. Kind of.
It's not.
I'm gonna say this from a standpoint of how it may have lost its
See,
integrity.
you're a cheat code. You can do that because you're a musician. Pull me somebody up here that don't know. They've seen a DJ and don't know how to DJ. They're gonna have a different point of view. It's not gonna be easy to
because
them.
everybody.
So you
thinks
can
that
say that.
I know that everybody thinks that DJs just they gotta
Answer me this
playlist,
question.
et cetera,
Watch
et
this.
cetera.
I'm finna address the issue
Go ahead.
for everybody.
Yeah,
These ain't no.
talk big teeth. We talk back.
These ain't no. And these ain't no. These is receipts. These is facts. Okay. So to all these.
being exposed.
So all these artists out here, this ain't got no personal name attached to it.
Okay, got it.
It ain't personal.
Just speak in general.
We just in general. If the shoe fits,
Cause I seen you rock a party
Oh yeah.
several times.
if the shoe fits, wear it,
more.
right?
So we ain't talking about you at all.
So to
Hello?
anybody that
You
thinks
feel
you don't need a DJ, I'm gonna ask you a few questions. They rhetorical, cause you can use your common sense on it.
Okay.
Who do you give your music to at a show? It ain't yourself.
Not at all.
Who's the person doing the music at the show?
What are
Who's the person at the radio station? It's MC, but it's the type of DJ. Who's the mix is the DJ mix, right? Who's breaking your record?
Facts.
The club can't hear it without the DJ. It's not the radio station. The DJ has to play it.
it has to grow its own.
In order for
its
you
own
to get
audience.
a feel for the club and know what a club record is and if it's going to make it, who has to play it?
Right.
the DJ.
Yeah, local
So
DJ.
tell me again why you don't need a DJ.
Oh, yeah, that's never even crossed my mind.
So to the young people, don't
Regardless.
Don't-
I mean, hold on. I will give. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna do it. I
Talk
will
with me.
give. I will give the nuances of the temperature of where the industry is as far as breaking records, because a lot of times everybody is on the social media platforms. et
Nope.
cetera, et cetera.
You gotta pay
But it
attention. You
doesn't-
gotta pay attention to the wording. I'm very particular on wording.
I'm just
Did you
saying.
hear what I said?
I'm
I
just saying,
said
it doesn't
the
end
club.
there.
I'm not talking about outside of that.
Right.
The club.
Even then, it doesn't stop there.
But what I'm saying is,
You know what I mean?
breaking the record.
Just because you can publish a record, that doesn't mean
what I'm
that
saying
it's
is,
going.
what I'm saying is,
You know what I mean?
what I'm saying is this. In order for the club, if you want to, let's say you say, "Hey, Spin, man, I want to see how the club feel about this."
Yeah.
Where you send
Is
it
this
to?
one? Is this the one?
You got to
Is
send
this
it
the
to. You can send it to any
temperature?
club, but
Yeah.
it's gonna be the DJ.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
has to play it.
He has to
So
play.
you start local.
So
That's-
again, I say he's breaking the record.
He mean definitely.
He or she.
Definitely.
No disrespect to my ladies.
That's what
That's
I
my
said.
fault, because it's a lot of y'all. Sushi, what up, girl? I see you going hard.
That's
Love,
hard.
you know it's love.
Sushi
But-
War?
Yes, she going crazy.
Sushi.
I gotta give love, because that's
No.
I see her face. It's like
Sushi know I love her.
she going
She know-
crazy,
she know,
bro.
She gotta know I love her.
Come on, bro. This, y'all know what I do. I give it's natural love. I see you. We just spoke
I've
the
been
other
rocking
day
with
in
Sushi
DM.
since
She know
day
it's
one.
love. Yeah,
All
bro.
respect.
It's love,
And
for
she
sure.
a rocker.
She go crazy.
Party.
She going crazy. And
Rocket.
that's all I see on the flyer right now. I'm just speaking to what I see. I ain't saying
Right.
nobody else ain't doing. I'm just saying
Yeah.
she is booked.
Yeah.
Like it's, and I follow a lot of people.
Yeah.
It's people
It's
booked.
it.
I'm just saying, number wise, she going crazy.
Shout out
Here,
to Sis.
there,
Shout
different
out to
state, here, there. I'm just recognizing in case don't nobody know and don't nobody follow her. Get to know her, follow her. She do that.
Yeah, she do.
You
that.
gotta
You know what I'm
check
saying?
that out.
Yeah.
But back to what we were
Okay,
saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? As
Yeah.
far as breaking the records, it's the DJ.
It's definitely the DJ.
That's all I'm saying.
So
That's
now
all I'm saying.
I know you said you was a mess at first starting out with the DJing. So I want to know, what was your first DJing experience, performance, live, getting through out there when you was brand new, first time? How was that for you? Was you nervous?
Whoa,
Did it
that's-
end up coming out natural?
That's a talk big teeth question.
Yeah, it definitely is.
Oh, that's
we
a
talk
talk
back.
big
You
teeth
know that.
question. Oh my
We
goodness.
talk back.
Oh my
You know
goodness. Woo. Woo wee. How your things together when y'all come up here? Let me tell y'all, cause they ready.
We got the question.
Ooh, they things is loaded. They got drums.
We ain't even got
They
that.
they forget clips. They loaded, bro. Whoa. But listen, so my first experience performing, I was scared, right? And you'll be like, well, some people don't. They just, I didn't want to let nobody down. I didn't want to be trash. I didn't want to, all
Right,
the
all
things
the
that
pressure.
come with,
Pressure.
you looking at the crowd
Right,
to
man.
see,
You- pressure.
you looking at the crowd to see what they doing. Is they walking off on me? Is
How
they
you
dancing?
handle
Is
it.
they paying attention? Is they nodding? Is they
I would think that it'd be starting out as a new DJ or whatever, that trying to hone in on a profession that
you mean as a DJ or a performer?
As a DJ
Both.
out
That's
there,
both.
I mean, but really stepping
Because
out
they
there with the
different.
crowd.
They different.
Yeah.
The
So,
is it?
first ones are different
You think
for
it
both.
is?
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm speaking on like the first time you got through into a big crowd, big scene.
DJ
where they-
wise?
Yes, DJ
DJ
wise. You
wise.
DJing is on stage.
Let me dip because I was
in front of a
speaking as an
crowd.
artist. Yeah, that's different.
No, we-
There was
we
no
still
fear.
on
There was no
DJing
fear
right
there.
Get there. We gonna get there.
We gonna definitely get to
There was
that
no
artist
fear
part.
there. Okay. Let me tell y'all my first time DJing. Y'all remember house parties?
I do.
That was my first time DJing.
I was the guy.
There was no fear there. It was just all you gotta
It felt
do
good.
is make sure they in there twerking, doing what they do. Make sure the party lit. That's it.
It's time
That's
for the
easy.
percolate.
That's it.
It's time.
That's
for
what
Hey,
we
what you
doing.
said?
That's what we doing.
Dun-dun-dun.
That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Yin Gang Twins. That's what we doing. We doing the twerk
Okay.
music. And like,
Keeping the crowd lit.
get the girls off the wall. That's the rule.
Yeah.
Cause this what my girl cousins used to say. Cause as long as you can keep us dancing, we good.
Yeah. Facts. As a
You can do
female,
that.
I gotta say
You
that.
good. You get us dancing, the boys off the wall, we straight. Just keep the party lit. Cause if you get us on the wall and everybody
get
gonna
hot,
be
it's
bored.
some
Everybody
jungle-
bored.
is it some jungle
Everybody gonna
juice?
stare at you.
Yeah.
Is it some
People
jungle
might start
juice?
listening and-
Come on now.
Yeah.
Come
Oh,
on now.
chill.
Let's
Some
go
jungle
back and remember the house
the jungle
party.
juice.
When you go to them house parties and you know that DJ ain't cracking, what you doing if he ain't cracking? You stand on the wall like, all right,
Right,
he
where we finna go
what
next?
he finna play?
No, I was just watching. I was one of the guys on the wall.
What I'm
'Cause I
saying is,
couldn't
on the
dance
wall,
for shit.
even if you couldn't, you like, we ain't even talking about just you. The ambiance of the room. If the ambiance of the room, everybody on the wall, you like,
Right. The
yeah,
energy.
dog, you gotta do
Yeah,
something, bro.
yeah,
You gotta play.
Man, shout out to Brad Lucas, man. Brad
See?
Lucas
See?
and Mama. And,
See what I'm saying?
They used to throw They used to throw the house parties too, heavily.
Going crazy.
Heavily. Shout out to Twan. Shout out to Terrion. Man, shout out to the whole Lucas family.
Yeah.
Like, for real, like they used
Brought
to throw
that
the
memory.
parties.
That's what I need.
Okay.
Yeah.
And in those instances, like I ain't gonna lie, like they was avid dancers, like you know what I'm saying,
Going
with the
crazy.
shit. Not to say it disassembles a person that dances from being, they was tapped in. You had to pay $5 at the door.
Yes, you definitely had to pay to get in. You had to pay to get in. Yeah, you was paying to get in. You was paying to get in.
They kept them joints at
They
least.
try to make rent.
You better hear me.
You feel me?
You better hear me.
It was a
Y'all using this electricity. You hear me? Y'all using this electricity. You hear me?
Hey, shout out to that. Because it gave us something to do. The funny part is it was positive. It really was positive. It was something to keep us out. And we were talking on that, a lot of that too.
Yep.
Like, it was something positive to keep us out of the... It was other things that could have been done.
did. Yeah. Yes.
Right.
You feel me?
Yes.
In the street wise.
Yes, sir.
But throwing those house parties as a kid and having somewhere to go.
Keeping it close to home.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
You
You around
get what I'm
people
saying?
you know. You around your circle.
Yeah.
Y'all bringing people together that y'all know you trust. You know, it's a certain trust.
That's it.
You know what I mean?
You calling your circle, they calling it that. That's what it was. We having a good time. We here tonight.
Yeah.
That's it.
As kids, that was really key.
And once you left, you in the house. There ain't nothing to do then. It's light outside, go home.
Everybody gonna be talking about it tomorrow.
Shit, that's it.
My Lucas used to be like, either you spending the night or
that part too.
Yeah, we finna call your mama and
yep, come get you.
And mind you,
yep.
Not just one kid. I'm just one kid.
Yeah.
It's a lot of other kids that mama and
facts.
You know what I mean?
Facts. That's how it was.
Community.
You get that one or two old people want to still be young, gonna come in that room doing that thing.
Facts. Big facts.
You ain't nobody bother about them. You know what I'm saying? Like they keep.
And you ain't talking back. You ain't no talking back. You know
what?
What?
With you, they in there jamming too. Like, let me show you how it's done, young blood.
Right. We'll see the next party you come to. Oh, you like to talk? Okay. All right. Yeah. Don't let him in because he ain't wanna. He'll no, mama. I'm sorry. Nope. No, you didn't. You was talking to me reckless. No.
I don't know why I just got
he got to go home. Mama, take him home. He can't. Maybe next time.
I wanted to converse on your creative process.
Okay.
Now we're gonna tap in. Yeah, then we're gonna tap into the artist.
To the artist part. Okay.
Okay.
In your creative process of creating a record, like, is it you creating a record for it to be quote unquote trendy or a hit, or is it because you got some slappers? Let's be clear.
Is that you on the record? Is that you on the record saying, or is that what that statement was that you saying validation from you that I got, or is that
that's on the record?
Is that you saying?
That's
okay,
on the record.
I'm just making sure so the viewers know.
If I'm one to give validation,
right? You are.
Right.
You definitely are.
But creating a record, is it for the mindset? Is it like I want to create something that is just trendy, or that it's a hit or a classic, or is it just a natural progression for you? Is it just like, no, I heard this joint, I see this temperature, this is what I'm creating?
That question crazy because it's a globule of all that. Okay, so the top thing of that is I'm never doing nothing that's not a hit. Right? I don't know how to do
you
nothing
go into
that
it
ain't
with the mindset.
I'm not doing nothing that ain't a hit of its own. Right? So when I'm creating music, I've been around music so long that it's everybody always like, dang, bro, you can't. You go to I need a hit. I know where I'm going.
That part.
And that's not me. That's other people. Like I know where I'm coming. When I need that, I'm gonna come. You know I'm coming to see you. That's just
reason why I asked that is like you just not making records just to make records.
Right. I'm
now,
not.
of course, I don't know what artist is doing that. Of course, like
they out here.
We'll touch base on that.
Yeah.
But of course the integrity, like, well, this is what I'm going through. This is what I'm feeling. I ain't gonna lie. You said they're out here. I'm one of them.
Yeah.
It's what when I make a record, is what I'm feeling at the time.
And there's nothing wrong with that either.
You know what I'm saying? But
there's nothing wrong with that.
I can't even cap about that.
Yeah.
It's still like how can I transcend the genres, the temperature, the expectation, and still give it myself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Still be myself. Tell a real story,
Facts.
a real chain of events, or et cetera, et cetera.
Facts.
But definitely not like, I'm just making a record because I just want to rap, or I want to sing some shit, or you know what I mean?
Right.
I wanted to kind of like, maybe, I don't know, for lack of a better term, maybe teeter-totter between the two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's an artist.
Yeah. I would think.
That's your job as an artist. What you just said.
To bring
I still
yourself
want
to
to
the
keep
table.
the integrity of what, you know what I mean? The essence of hip hop, the essence of rap, the essence
and
of
what it is
song
to you.
Facts.
But
You know?
bring it to the table
That's
and make
it.
sure that it's relevant and relatable to different audiences, staying, up to date.
Exactly.
And that's, I think all artists, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We, you know what I'm saying?
It's
go-
art, right?
Yeah,
Facts.
it is
Facts.
art. Yeah, it is.
It's us with a paint and a brush.
That's it.
Exactly.
That's that.
Is that, did I
That's
answer
accurate.
the question for
That's
you?
accurate. Talk big teeth.
My bad.
Talk big teeth. We
Talk
talk
big
back.
teeth. Yeah. Let's do that.
So, I mean, I think the gist of the question was pretty much what's your creative process? I mean, at least for me, that's the question I have.
My creative I ain't gonna give them everything, but because some things have to be left up to interpretation,
Of course.
right? To make you value whatever artist after this decide, so that's okay. You left that out on them. That's what you be doing. That it's got to be I don't want you to know what to expect when you come in.
Yeah.
I'm the Jay-Z type.
It's like an Instagram.
I'm not giving you everything.
Instagram.
course.
for-
I'm gonna leave you some
Leave
crumbs.
some- leave some
I'm gonna leave you some breadcrumbs and let you
chance.
let you bite your way to the studio and figure it out. So
Oh, I've been in that process.
Oh, yeah, because that's going to show you
It's
out.
great. It's
Show
great.
who you are.
No, do it over.
so
No,
yeah.
do it again.
So
I've been there.
my process is weird to people, only the ones that don't. I ain't gonna say weird, but it's
Different.
I'll go through 10 hits to get to one. My process in the studio is I'm gonna listen to beats, right? I might be in there with a host of people. We ain't just in there vibing. I listen to 10 beats. It could be you, it could be Sis, it could be 5 other people in there with us. You might hear a joint that's a slap, like, ooh, wait, spin, hold on, go back. What's that? That ain't what I'm on right now. Oh, you finna do? Hold on, watch this. Here's the problem. It's the vibe. So I might say, you want to get on something with me, or you want to do that one? You can do that one if you want to do that one. Right. 9 times out of 10, you'll be like, no, we all what you on. Okay, yep, we going to the next one. Right? Because 9 times out of 10, I'm setting the tone at that time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So when I'm going through
engineer
beats,
kind of does all the time.
but you get what I'm saying though?
No, but-
And I'm setting it so it's like
you gotta follow your ear.
right. So
you
it's
can,
like
you can follow an artist's ear, but you know,
Yeah.
that's a process within itself as well.
yeah.
You know.
So I'll go through. I might say. Most artists that know me when they're in the booth, they know when they see me go on my phone, they know that's the one. I'm not gonna tell you that's the one. You'll know from my body language, that's the one. If I sit on a beat for a while and run it back a few times, that's probably your indication. Yep, he's sitting there. That's it. And I'm probably coming up with a hook or thinking up something, right? After so long, there's records I did that too. Where I said, I don't like it. I go to the next beat. When I find that beat that I'm on that with, that I sit on for a while, then you know that's the one. You know what I'm saying? And I'll come up with something. You know what I mean? And both of y'all been witness to that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
True.
So, and that's an honor of mine. You know what I'm saying? Some people are like, that's mine. No.
I think we're
It's an honor of mine.
as well.
I love it. And
It's
you
a
give me
fun
something I
time.
feel because
It's a
hey,
fun time.
look, that's a good time, straight up. You know what I'm saying? When you, because that's
Yeah.
inspiring. You, even if it is just sitting
Yeah.
back playing beats, but that understanding. You know what I mean?
If we
Like,
talking,
I
if
see-
we talking big teeth, right? If we talking big teeth, I'm not gonna give you everything, but I will tell you this. These two right here on this pod, I'm gonna look straight forward when I say this, cause I'm not gonna. These two right here on this podcast, I promise you, I'm telling y'all, they got records with me that are. I'm not saying it cause it's my record. I'm telling y'all, these records are. They rockets. I'm just.
exceptional.
They gonna be modest. I'm telling y'all, these records.
I
They.
ain't, cause I know them joints fire.
When y'all catch it, I'm telling y'all, when y'all gonna be like, "Them being said, yep, I told you."
But okay. So there's a question within itself too. As an artist, when you create a record, you're already on to the next thing, the next record. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times, even as artists, and I think you can attest to this, is sometimes sitting in a record. Yes, we gotta work on our promote, we gotta work on the marketing, we gotta, you know what I'm saying? What are we gonna do with it? Do the paperwork, et cetera, visual, et cetera, you know what I mean?
Yep.
But that's just, I don't know, I think that's the creating nothing from something attitude or temperature. Like, we can't just...
You know what I think gets lost in what you just said?
Okay. What's that?
What I think gets lost in what you just said, which I don't think artists understand how important it is to the branding of what they doing, is they stuck on such a...
Microwave.
No.
No?
They stuck on such a street system. And I don't mean in the streets, I mean musically. I mean, they stuck on such a street system of, I'm gonna tell you what I mean. Record the music, drop the music, drop it on the platform, make a video. That's it. That's all they think they gotta do, right?
Yeah.
That's all they think it is. And then they wonder why they not where they wanna be at. There's things in there that you cannot miss. Let me ask you artists a question. Any artists that watch the podcast, just answer this question for yourself. When you walking up a flight of stairs, what happens when you miss a step? I'm gonna let that sit with you.
You can tire yourself out. You're overindulging. You're hyper extending.
You might fumble.
You might fumble. You may trip. You may fall.
Your plans ain't gonna go according. That's the point.
Sometimes
It is not gonna go according to plan. It's not meant for you to miss a step.
Steps to it. It's not
The one step meant to get you to the next one. So if you missed the one before the other one, then something going
Everything,
bad.
therefore, you still miss something.
Right. So in this music, there is steps that you cannot miss. Don't matter what nobody tell you. There's steps that you cannot miss.
The business aspect.
We miss. One of the biggest parts is nobody goes to a podcast or radio station to say, hey, write this record. You want the radio station to play it, but you don't want to call the radio station and try to get on the radio station some kind of way to try to promote it. Or even if you can't get on the radio station, get somewhere. Get to a podcast that you can get on. Hey, can I get on that podcast? Y'all break this record for me. That's what's missing. Because if you notice, every artist, they do that's a part of the legwork. It's the radio station. Here, break the record. Let me talk about the record. Let me do this. Let me talk about the album. Let me do this. Let me just, don't nobody know. We just gonna press play. I get it, some people do. But that's a part of it. That's the build up. You know what I'm saying? That's how you gain your fan base. That's a part of it.
That's crazy that you.
I still do all of that.
That's crazy that you even touch base on that. Like, that was one of the questions on my cue card as far as like, what do you see that either lacks or that is good within the music industry today in contrast to artists? And what you're saying right now is that there's a lot of missteps.
It's missteps. That's my answer. It's missteps.
And that's very interesting. And do you have a resolution for that?
Mm-hmm.
You do?
Yeah.
With your artists?
Yeah. It's a simple answer.
First and foremost,
The answer gonna sound petty, but it's the answer.
DZ, I want you to ask. I really want you to ask that question. Let's tap into what artists are you either engaged in management or that are under the FULLSPIN brand right now under one's tutelage. Can we address that? Was that? I think I stole her question. I'm sorry.
No, I mean,
I love you.
it was similar. No, we bounce off each other
Talk
all the
big
time.
Yeah.
Because we be in the same state of mind with a lot of things,
That part.
and generally really want to know, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So, like, as far as the artists on your label, I did have a question. I feel like it's been answered already, which was kind of like, what in your opinion makes a good artist, or what do you look for in an artist? But then bouncing off what you
ask
just-
that question.
Ask that question.
Ask it, because you can't assume people know that you can't assume people know that what I'm looking for.
Right, no, I don't.
Because I get this question a lot.
Because I know
from
you a man
artists
of
out
many
the city.
mysteries, first of all.
Yeah, I get this question
love
from.
to
There's a
keep
lot
a
of
little
artists out here
mystery
mad
to
at me because
yourself.
I ain't signed them yet. I'm just
No.
speaking the truth.
And we talked about this before a little bit, in person, whatever, personally or whatever. So, yeah, in your opinion, then, what makes a good artist and what would you be looking for in an artist as far as bringing them onto the FULLSPIN Entertainment label?
First of all, with a label, any label, what you're looking for is an artist that's teachable. You don't want an artist that know
Talk
everything
big
already.
teeth.
We talk back.
Right.
That part. Now, that's a big one right there.
You don't want.
Teachable is important.
You don't want. You just had an artist just come out the other day and say that they label not dropping no more of her music because they don't feel like she showed no growth. So they not dropping no music.
Right.
Right?
Right. They gotta be
Somebody
teachable.
asked me, like, that's what labels do to you. This is the real world. This ain't, y'all trying to get signed? Y'all think it's gonna be that? We gonna drop. That's not what it is.
Exactly.
That's not what it is. You're gonna make a hit record, and if that's the hottest one that they hear from you, because they gotta hear all your records before you put them out.
Right.
So before they say yes, because they your money bag. So they can tell you what they want. It's my money.
What if their barometer is off?
As far as the label,
Yeah.
it happens. But at that point in time, the decision is theirs.
Yeah, and
If
the
they
money,
the
the
one-
money is
right.
ready to be spent.
Like you said,
Right.
stay the money back.
Right.
And that's the one thing about a lot of artists, right? They want to get in there and do what they used to, what they comfortable
Right.
doing. But now when you dealing with a label or somebody bringing you on and saying, okay,
Yeah. Unless you
touching
bringing your
on the being
own bag
teachable,
in,
and this
if
way
you're
you
an
gotta
artist
be
bringing your
teachable.
own bag in,
You don't make it. You
then
ain't really
you
making
designing your own thing.
straight up. And that's why
But
you
if
gotta
you're
be
not,
teachable,
which most of the
flexible.
artists aren't, you know what I'm saying? That's your scenario. You want them to front. You trying to get signed so they can front the money, or they can. That's what you trying to
So
do.
they
So
can take
this
you
is what
further.
you have to deal
So
with.
they can elevate your career. So you do gotta be teachable, and you have to be able. You have to be flexible. You can't be stuck in what you're comfortable in. You know what I mean? So if this label say, all right,
Let
I'll
me
give
tell you
a
something.
deal,
Let me tell you something.
but
These
I want
artists
you to
don't
talk
know.
about this or
We talking big teeth, right?
That part.
Yeah.
That's what we doing.
back.
yeah.
I just want to confirm we talking big
We
teeth.
talking
We
big
talk
teeth.
back.
Okay. Let me give you another gem. If you go to these labels, your intention is going with just music. You have to understand, whatever you take into that label,
It is the business. The
Music?
You have to be marketable.
no. That wasn't where I was going.
Okay.
That too.
Okay, I
But
thought
that
you was
not
going
that
there.
right now.
Okay.
But that too. But if you go in for music, understand, Everything that you own, that you go in there with, they own.
Yeah.
It's called likeness, right? And perpetuity. So, it's called, for those that don't know what perpetuity is,
For life.
that part. That means for your lifespan. So, if you do all of this work and you put all this grind into it, and you asking somebody to put some money into you, and you saying, "Here, put the money into me," you're also telling them, "Own me too."
That's what I touched on when when DZ was talking. As far as it is, when she was talking about marketable, it is the music business.
Right.
You can't
They
be
gotta
mad that they
understand
running
that.
business on you.
Music is a business.
They are signing these artists to, listen, they signing these crash out artists. You know what they call them crash out artists?
Well, I'm gonna give them some grace.
No. Listen,
You know
listen.
I am. You know I am.
Watch where I'm going with this though.
Okay, come on.
Watch where I'm going, because they need to know, Earl.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of them don't know. They need the game. This is free game right now. You either listen or you don't.
Yeah.
They signing what we call crash out artists. What do you think they doing with them crash out artists? They
money off of them.
listen, I'm telling you, they getting insurance on you.
Yeah, that
They
too.
listen,
And
it's a business.
Putting them in a position that they've never been in.
they growing
So
as the business growing.
That's a win.
You know what they saying?
That's a win.
Oh, so they want to crash out on our money. We got something for that. It's
Right.
called insurance. So make them sign that too. When they come in here to sign up for a deal, give them that. They need insurance too. So wherever they go, if they crash out, guess what?
We covered it. We still making money.
Crash
We
out.
still own this and that and
Go
this
for it.
royalty and the whatever
And they
else
geeking
that
you up to crash out. They sending you to the
Yeah,
studio
go
and your
ahead.
hit gotta be a crash out. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That was another question on the Q's as far as what was your take on the current temperature of music, hip hop, or the industry within itself in retrospect of the artist? Like, what did you think? And you just answered that.
No.
Like, you
That wasn't my
answered a
answer.
lot of questions
My answer to that question is gonna be different.
Okay.
So my answer to that, I used to cliche the frame hip hop is dead. I used to cliche that, right? Because that's what it was leaning
It
towards,
was good for him.
right?
Right.
Because
You know,
looking
and
at it,
I hate to throw the shade. It ain't even about throwing the shade. This is really being honest and being real.
it's looking at it. I get it, but as an OG, I have to understand it from. Here's where my decision changed. I had a This is gonna blow your mind, but it's not. I had a conversation with my kids. Do you know what they told me? People got to realize my kids grew up in the game with me. They was in the studios with me when they was babies. In the studio, they was the quietest babies in the studio. Normally, you'd be like, "Bro, no, not the babies." My babies was what? Like, no, dude's babies, quiet. Watch. We're gonna hit record. They gonna be quiet in the mud. They knew where they was at, right? So my babies grew up in the studio. They grew up around the writing. They grew up around all of this, right?
Easy.
So, my sister being my sister, you hear me? Talk big T. So
Drink big sip.
my kids had to tell me, "Dad, the artist is new now. They know what you have to. They stand in their lane to what they know. They don't know what they ain't grow up in y'all era.
Right.
They can't. What else they gonna talk about? All they know is guns, crash out, because that's what they seeing.
Video games.
Yeah.
They rap about stuff
I'm
they
like,
ain't even living.
dang,
They all
I can't
spoiled and
even.
entitled.
Y'all went deep.
I mean,
I wasn't even thinking of that.
it's
I ain't
just an
gonna lie.
That's what they
opinion,
see.
you know. But that's one of their biggest influence.
Yeah.
Prayers to them. Listen, prayers to them babies that just lost their life this morning. The irony of crash out, right? Literally crashed the car out.
Yeah.
With 7 kids crashing out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? A parent just lost their kid. You get what I'm saying? It's bigger than a music. These kids crashing out, they somebody's kid. Even if they don't love themselves, they parents do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what we gotta start doing is putting ourselves in the mirror. That's our baby. Even if they are crashing out, that was still my baby.
It's a community because it you know, shit roll downhill. Shit roll downhill.
So that's where my mindset.
Yeah.
My daughter said, Dad, those are somebody's kids too. This is my daughter, bro. Since you hear me, this is my kid. I'm supposed to be giving you in here. I'm looking at her like
a real one.
Yeah, that's
good. She recognized
I ain't got nothing to say.
It is because I've learned. It's been subtle things that I've learned from my children about one, not only life.
Yep.
And I'm sitting here as the parent trying to direct, cultivate, safe haven, provide, protect, et cetera. And I'm like,
You get them jewels dropped on you, it's just different. You like, wait a minute.
Straight up,
did they just drop some game on me?
One thing as parents that we gotta remember to do is listen.
That's it.
Because sometimes a person will tell you everything you need to know, whether it's your children or somebody from the outside. They'll tell you everything you need to know. You just listen. You don't gotta ask no questions. You ain't gotta direct.
Talk, sis.
You know what I mean?
Talk. Yeah. That's
part of it. That's just part of it.
Even as parents, sometimes
we ain't done learning. We gotta be what you said, teachable.
Teachable. Facts.
You never stop.
See what I'm saying?
It's a teachable moment.
That's it. So to that question, it's hip hop is where it was going to go, where it was meant to go. Hip hop is a Ferris wheel.
Okay.
Just think about the history of hip hop since you've known it.
That's crazy.
Hip hop is a Ferris wheel.
Yeah.
Just really that's what they call it in the game. It's a Ferris wheel.
Are you the savior? Are you the savior? Because full spin, like I'm just putting a lot of correlations. I'm thinking about an album.
Don't start that, man.
Maybe it's an album in the works.
Don't be starting that. Don't be starting.
Maybe it's an album in the works.
Ferris wheel is dope. Ferris wheel is dope.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Ferris wheel is dope. Ferris wheel is dope. People believe me one. Only if they watch this podcast when they know where it came from.
I gotta chill.
That the only time they know where it came from. They're like, he was on there. Ferris wheel is a good.
You heard it here first.
That part. Talk big teeth. Yeah.
We told.
But hip hop is a Ferris wheel, bro. It's gonna go in a circle. What happens is, when the Ferris wheel go around, you got to get on there before they go up to the next seat, right? Same thing with the music. Think about the correlation of music, right? Think about the correlation of music. It was LL them was on the Ferris wheel, and then as it was going around, everybody that was doing that was getting on the Ferris wheel while LL was on. So every artist that was an LL type artist got on the Ferris wheel, and you riding it, right? And then it stopped. And then it went to the Jay-Z era and all these cats. And everybody jumped on the Ferris wheel then. It was doing Biggie and Diddy and all these cats. They jumped on the Ferris wheel then. Then the Ferris wheel stopped again. And what did it go on? If you pay attention to hip hop, what did it go to then?
Went to some other shit, drill and
to Chief Keef. It went to that. That was the drill era. They went through that. So now, you do the drill era, what does that leave open? The kids. Now the kids get on and the kids ride. Now you got all the kids and we like, what is going on?
It's a lot, you know what I'm saying? Because, kids are fragile minds.
It stopped again, the ladies got on. This is the Ferris wheel, the ladies got on. Everybody get on. It don't matter what they talking about, if it makes sense. If you like it, you don't.
It's just eras. Music comes
it's where the Ferris wheel is.
Yeah.
And the industry understands that that's where the Ferris wheel is. Oh, they got a woman, we got to go get one. Every label thinking the same thing. We go get Ice Spice. Yup, she was whatever. We'll just pick up a girl. It's business. Right? So nobody knows where the Ferris wheel is going to go now. You just got to wait and see. Somebody going to create the next stop. You just don't know until somebody get on the Ferris wheel.
We touch base on your musical influences. You was like the OJs, et cetera, et cetera.
I got more influences.
Okay, elaborate, please.
Because that helps
For right
mold Full Spin.
now, this where we at now. This where we at. So, touch base.
So you got,
Influences.
so even outside of those, we go back to my big cousin. You say the Alcoholics, the Busta Rhymes, the Tribe Called Quest, the EPMDs, the list. Listen, it's you get what I'm saying? The NWAs. Come on now,
Yeah.
come on now. Death Row. You ain't gotta say no name. Just
Pop.
Death Row and
Yeah.
come on, man.
C-Bo.
Up top, we go to New York. We go.
Come on, bro. I knew that was gonna
Come
get
on.
easy.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah.
C-Bo.
You know, and one
A-Wall.
thing,
It is. It's a win.
you know, this is the thing. I don't care. Like, music got all these different eras. One thing that history shows is it repeats itself. Just like with how we using these samples, you know, you got these newer musicians, artists, whatever you want to call them and stuff like that, but they always come back to like those original samples,
Facts.
the old samples, you know what I'm saying? History has a way of repeating itself,
Yep.
but also modifies to the times, you know what I mean? And I love that, you know what I'm saying, in music.
I do too.
And I just want to touch like on that more when it comes to you what I would call an MC. You know what I'm saying? Now, for those of y'all who don't know what an MC is, you know, there's a master of ceremonies,
That
right?
part.
So it's about being relatable, bringing that crowd in, drawing people in, no matter what, you know what I mean, the genre and stuff like that is. But it's like that OG status, you know what I'm saying? When you get on the record, man, you just... it's different. You know
Don't you start, man. Don't you start. Don't you start back here.
He sauce,
I
man.
just, I mean...
He sauce, man.
I don't even know if I got a question to it. I just had to touch on it because it was in my mind and it was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't hear that a lot.
Yeah.
There's a question in there. You just don't know what it is yet.
I don't know. Like, I mean, where do it come from? Like, what is... I feel like, honestly, I don't know. I feel like I can answer the question a little, but I can't because it's your story. You know what I mean?
You might could,
But
because if
it's
you've been around me,
relatable.
then you could.
I just, you know, I feel like you one of the people that want to bring Milwaukee, our city up. You know what I mean? Because
Definitely.
That part.
big on that, big on community.
Definitely.
With the mentorship, all of that plays into MCing. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Your music has a message. So what is a message that you want to get across through your music? There go the question. I didn't even know it was
That's
there.
the question.
I told you it was in there. It was going to come out.
I just had to talk.
She talking big T. Let's go. And
That's
she
right.
talking back.
Yeah, Lady D's.
So,
Yeah.
the answer to that is, and ask the question again so I can make sure everybody heard it right.
Let me make sure I say it right.
Okay.
So, what is your message that you want to get across through your music and the type of music you do? Because, like I said, I look at you as an MC.
My thing with music is me just showing you that you can do whatever type of music that you want to do, and it can reach wherever you want it to reach.
Okay.
And can't nobody tell you that it can't. As long as you believe it can, you have to do the legwork though.
That part. You got to put
You
the
can't
vision
allow
out
nobody
there.
else to assume nobody gonna do it for you.
Keep throwing the business in there, though.
The vision got to have the action behind it.
Keep throwing the business in there, though. I just want
That's
y'all
what
to
you
know.
know.
about that.
Look, we know
Yeah.
FULLSPIN gonna talk business, and that's
Yeah.
one of the things I appreciate about it
Yeah.
too, because it's knowledge. You know
Because it's
what I'm
always
saying?
gonna go back to that.
It's dropping knowledge
It always
on
go
you.
back to that. You can't. It's gotta be that. It's gotta be
You
in
gotta
there.
be marketable.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
that's
gotta
what we
be
all
in there.
doing it for. Not necessarily money. Yeah, you
Yeah.
can have the passion and the drive, but you're gonna be losing if you putting more in than
Facts.
you know what I mean, and not
Then
putting
you
the
getting
right.
out.
Yeah, because
That's-
this shit costs. Let's be real. This shit
Oh
costs.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The goal is to see some return
Man,
on that, right?
Listen.
You know? Will,
you see how me and Will looking at each
You
other?
work hard. You put a lot of effort
Man,
and
listen,
money into a
the-
lot, I'm sure.
Man,
You want to
Will.
see some return, but you want to see the ultimate goal is to see some return, right?
None over.
Man, listen.
Yeah. No bullshit. I get it.
Hey, and time is currency too. You feel me? Don't sleep on it.
Easy.
Time is currency.
Listen,
We here
y'all.
right now.
Listen,
We
y'all.
all got outside lives.
Listen,
now
listen.
we just talking.
Let me tell you, look, Will is too much for me, man. Sometimes my stomach can't take him.
What you said?
Will is too much, man. Y'all gotta understand my brother. He's so modest, man. I'm the same way. But you know, when it's coming from somebody else, I'm modest the way he is, but it's hilarious to see it coming from somebody else. It's just like you look at yourself in the mirror like, dang, I don't like that. It's crazy, but it's funny. Like, that's crazy.
All three of us, we know.
She do too.
She know.
Sis been
there.
there.
Back to the
for real.
Facts. That goes back to the statement or the comment that you made as far as when DZ asked you what are you looking look for in an artist, like they're having teachable moments. The thing is regardless if you're whatever status or whatever the climb of where you the direction of the path that you're going in a career space is that there's always a teachable moment. Mm-hmm. There's always something to learn, to gather, or when we're saying in contrast for our kids, like there's always something that you could cultivate as to moving in progression further.
Facts.
Yeah.
And that within itself, like again with the business, with the like, hey, I can't sign an artist, or I can, but bro, I have to know that this is what you want to do.
I have
that
to
this
see
is
something,
what you,
right?
Yeah. Like you can have the dopest music ever. You can have the dopest music ever.
If you're the type of artist I'm going to sign not only is teachable, right? Mm-hmm. They also have a gift.
Yes.
Right?
You see something in there.
And again, they don't have to blow me out the water, but they have to blow me out the water because you got to go back to the first thing I said, which is teachable. You don't have to blow me out the water because I can teach you how to blow somebody out the water. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
I can take, if I'm coming to you, that means I see something.
We're talking about practice?
That part.
Really?
That part. See what I'm saying? That part. # AI. That's all I'm saying. So if I can say, okay, you got a gift. You know what I'm saying? You ain't even where you want to be at yet. But I'm gonna help you get there. I'm gonna meet you in the middle.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So that's where I come in at. Mm-hmm. They once asked Dr. Dre recently, and I'm using resource and bounce it off so y'all understand where I'm coming from. Dr. Dre once they just asked Dr. Dre, who's an artist that, because they wanted to know, choir minds always want to know, who's an artist that's a big artist that you turned down working with? And when people heard the name, they was like, what? And he was like, listen, Prince, Beyonce,
interesting,
Alicia Keys.
Deep there.
Let me tell you what his reason was. It was simple. He said, what am I gonna do for them? Think about the question he asking you. What am I gonna do? Like, what am I gonna do for them? What can I do for them? They already. They status. What am I? I can't teach. What am I teaching them? Yeah. To him, right? They got it. Send me an artist that I can sit down with and help them with their pen game. I can help them. I can really pour into them.
Help them grow.
I kind of respect that.
That's Dr. Dre's thing.
That's kind of like checking yourself right there.
Yeah, I said that too. I said that too. Like, if I can't,
I'm that type of engineer. I don't want if I can't teach
if
you.
It's like, I'm just gonna get the bag or run for the bag because they already got everything. That
there's always something. It's already something wrong with that.
Not to say that my beats or production or engineering, etc., doesn't add value.
Right.
It's not to say that.
Right.
But it's that it goes back to the creative process. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I think what was it? She was in a group And she even said this
Yep.
about Dre. She was like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I had the accolades or, you know what I'm saying, this and then that. I can't think of the artist name that he worked with. And she just dropped the album probably like, and she went on a hiatus too. Floetry.
Marsha Ambrosius.
Yep.
She just did a whole project with him.
Yep. And
it's her first single, Cold. I got it in my playlist.
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
I said, what? Dre in the, oh yeah, I gotta press play. That thing's smoking to me.
And she said that, she's like, we have been working, and she's like, and she had came to a place, I don't know if it was his family, it was just like, you know, or just
Talk Big Teeth. Come on.
You know what I'm saying, the entirety of the music business itself. She took a hiatus, but she, you know, she stayed in constant correspondence with Dre, and she said, well, I don't want to do it if I'm not gonna do something special.
Facts.
And he was, you know, encouraging, like, yeah, like, no, a couple of weeks, they still was recording, but they had plenty of music, et cetera, but her as an artist and him as a, you know what I'm saying, a producer, like, I got you. Just for him to say, like, I got you, like, I got you, like, and for him to hone in to say, well, she's at a different place in her life or temperature in her life. Because evolution again.
Facts.
To say, no. And for her to choose to make that selection, like, because she could choose several producers, several engineers, etc. You know what I mean? But for her to tap in with Dre to say, no, this is where I feel comfortable. It may be comfortability, or I don't feel comfortable.
That part.
That's what I need to tap in.
That part.
That's where I get creative.
You know what's crazy? Watch this. And I told people, because people not used to hearing this, right? I've done records for people, and had I not mixed it the way I mix it, it wouldn't be. I'm not saying that artist. Don't take what I'm saying the wrong way.
Right.
No, that artist is that artist. They cold.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, there's a reason artists go to a certain engineer for a certain sound, because they know what they finna get out of it. Right?
So it brings a certain element.
That sound that I created on it can't be duplicated because only I got the sauce to do it. It ain't all in effects and all that. It's a lot more to go into it. So what I be telling people is, when you bring something to me, my natural inclination is to hear something different than what's out there, but to keep it what's out there and put my sauce on it. So when I'm engineering, that's how I engineer. So a lot of people just be curious to be like, bro, I wonder what it would sound like for you to mix it. Like, I know you mixed there. I just want to see what it would. That's the inclination. Right? But I tell people, just come here and sit in with me. I'm going to give you a hit. I guarantee you that. You just got to come in here and do that. That's the work that you got to, because it ain't no different than going to sit down with a Pharrell or, you know what I'm saying? It's the same type of vibe. Pharrell not going to just let you go in there and record one line. You're not, Pharrell going to kick you out the session.
Well, I think it's an experience.
Hear me out. Watch this. Watch this. These is multi-platinum artists that's saying this. You're not going to Pharrell and just, you're not, because he's not giving you that record. You're not leaving with that record. If you're not doing it the way he want to do it, you're not hearing it. He telling you how to get the record.
Right.
So he layers. He does all this stuff that you ain't used to. But guess what? I bet you when that record done, I bet you have a plaque on the wall. It's just different. Same thing with Dre. Some stuff 2 Chainz. I went down there and worked with Dre for like a week. I got records down there with Dre I don't even know I got.
But then it's a contrast. To me, there's still a contrast of the artist / producer / engineering, like really creating a body or a piece of art.
That's it. That's what we doing.
Because
it's
I think
an
that's
Earl Will
more
coming
so
to
important than
it's an
if
Earl
whether
Will
it
coming.
charts,
But see,
whether it, you know what
it's
I'm
an
saying, it
Earl
resonates.
Will coming to a studio and saying, "Spin, I'm trying to do one of these records. I need one of these." Okay. My job as the engineer is to be like,
I ain't gonna lie, that I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that.
You ain't doing what?
I'm not telling you what kind of record I want. I'm not. I'm saying where we at right now. What?
So you just you going to the studio with an open mind and just.
I could have some. No, don't get it fucked up. Like, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
You'll have some theories or some thoughts.
Yes, that's
or
what
some
I'm saying.
ideas.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Help me mold that idea.
That's
Man.
that's a part of art.
Yeah.
It's up for the producer, engineer.
As the engineer, my job is to ask you what you feeling.
I could do that, but I ain't gonna lie. Shit, we've dealt with this. Like,
We have.
nigga. That's why I can't.
Don't
do
you start either.
It's like a fragile.
I'm just listening right
like
now. I'm just tuned
it's
in.
like a
checking
fragile-
y'all out right now.
It's like a fragile or a broken look. It's like a fragile or a broken mirror or a broken glass saying, "Fix this."
No, it's not.
No,
That's what you see.
That's how I see it.
that's-
That's the fuck how I
That's
see
the
it.
Earl Will vision.
That's how I see it.
I see it as
No.
two heads being better than one. I'm coming in there. I'm
No, for real, for real.
I get what he said, but that's the Earl Will vision. It's artists that do think like him, though.
and do what he do because
No, Deezy.
It is.
Check it out, Deezy.
Artists came to me like
Okay.
that before.
No, for real.
They
Right, I can
think
believe
there's some of them that think like that.
No, reason why this is why I said that. I said that because in contrast to like you going to a therapist and saying, "Hey, here's the issue."
Why you start laughing? You an asshole. Because you knew what you were saying.
That's why I
That's
said
different.
that. No, it's not different.
It is,
No,
bro.
the fuck it's
It
not.
is.
It's
A
not.
therapist is different, bro. That's a person you lay your problems on. You're not laying your problems
They
on me.
tryna
You
help
coming
you
to make a record.
No, it's not laying.
Yes, it is.
No, well, I
A
don't look
therapist
at it in that sense.
That's,
I look at it
I'm
in the
telling you
sense
what
of
it is. A
when
therapist
I-
you lay down your problems with. You talk to them about your problems.
Okay, fuck it. I'm
Guys.
running with it. Then I'm running with it.
Talk Big T, brother.
Then I'm
We
running
talk
with
Talk
back.
Big T. That part.
So if I got, regardless if I have an idea, I can have an idea and I'm gonna mold those ideas through.
Right.
Definitely gonna mold those ideas.
Right.
But in contrast, it's like when you're in a party, like you don't, like, no, nigga, this is the way it goes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can, but your results is gonna be that way. Is that? But the thing is when you're working with an engineer, I want to trust. I want to feel uncomfortable and comfortable.
I ain't comfortable at the same time.
You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Challenged and
right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And receptive, it will be received well in that particular setting. So for one to say, oh, okay, here's my theory and this is how I want it to go, as opposed to not being challenged, not trying different things, I think that stifles the art, the craft. That's what I mean.
Okay.
Like even with a therapist, like she gonna tell you he or she gonna tell you all of the shit that you either, oh, I can tell you all the shit you want to hear, or I can tell you all the shit you don't want to hear.
No, they actually the therapist.
You get what I'm saying?
No,
You see
the
where
therapist.
I'm
The
going with
therapist
that?
is
That's where I was
actually
going with
the
that.
therapist is actually listening to you to figure out where to go, so they're not wrong in where they're going. That's what they do.
Well,
That's why they want you to talk.
Listen.
That's the catch. Talk so we know where to go with you.
Regardless of the art, listen. When you unload on the therapist, and they
we do.
finding out where to
We
go,
definitely
right?
unload.
And they finding
They're
out
taking
where,
them notes.
right?
They're
You
taking
hear
them
me?
notes.
That part.
Contract,
They jotting.
producer, engineer.
They jotting.
Unload on the therapist or engineer or producer, right?
But you still not unloading your problems on the engineer though.
Shit, the fuck you ain't.
You not.
That's art, bro. That's
You,
only.
no.
That's really
you know where you unloading your problems at?
I feel like that's where
You want me to tell you the difference? You want me to tell you the difference? You want me to tell you the difference in that?
Because
you
you
know
be
what?
creative.
You're not laying down your problems on the engineer. You laying down your problems on
yourself. Or
on that mic.
On the mic.
Talk big teeth, we talk back.